What's up, everybody? It's your favorite defender of the universe's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the MMC Voltron Black Cat. This was an exclusive of theirs recently, and shout out to Scott M. He picked one up, asked if I'd be interested. I said definitely, because for one, I love MMC, and for two, it would give me the opportunity to show the transformation in reverse, which has not been covered on the channel, and it's kind of a tricky one, so I thought it might be of value or worth. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started, and we don't really have any accessories to start with, so to speak, other than the case, which we've seen 1,000 times. So let's just go ahead and get into the figure. And we'll get in tight on the head sculpt for Dennis. Tons of paint. Red, white, black, and yellow, along with the jaw that opens up with the red mouth painted inside, and all the teeth are painted silver. The head is on a ball peg, so you can get some back and forth. You can get some up and down. You can get a swivel for a confused cat face. So all of that works really well. This whole section here, which makes up arguably the neck, also goes up and down. So using both, you can get a wide range. I love the paint accents here. The red, white, and yellow. It looks sharp as a tack. I actually wish there was more of that on the original steel jaw, that they gave those accents. I think that would have really popped. Anyway, onto the shoulders. They are on ball pegs, but they also hinge outward, so they act like a universal. You can get your swivel, and you can get your outward movement more than you would ever want of either. You have your kind of elbow number one, and I thought that swiveled, but it doesn't look like it does. And then your ankle tilt up, down, and a rocker on a ball peg. Silver paint on the arms, and then the gold accent. You have the weapons here with the barrels painted silver. I wish these would have been red chromed out. That would have been nice, but whatever, they still look all right. Tail, you get a little bit of wiggle, no waggle. Abdominal section, you get an ab crunch back and forth, and that's it. But it is effective. Rear hips are on ball pegs. You get your swivel forward, backward, and outward movement. Elbow number one, and then ankle tilt down, up, and once again, a rocker on a ball peg on the rear. Decent sculpt work throughout. No real issues. You know, I think it's pretty clever. The tail is painted yellow as well, it looks like, which is nice. Not so much a size comparison, but just a comparison to see it next to steel jaw. I wish, like I said, I wish that those accents would have been on there. I think it would have really done something there. But otherwise, you know, pretty cool. All right, let's get him transformed. So, you can kind of get, like, this is a tricky transformation. It's surprisingly tricky. I'd forgotten just how tricky it was. These two sections here invert, like in cat mode, and they need to kind of go the opposite way in tape mode, or at least to get there. So make that into an L. Can you see that? You can collapse this stuff here too, your weapon, the barrel, and the butt of the weapon kind of collapse down into one another. And let's untab these pieces and these pieces. And let me get my bearings before we move on. You can move the cat ears down too. It's like one thing I always forget into the end. So you can move the cat ears down too. You can straighten out these legs, I believe, and then these sit right on top. All right, here's the tricky part. So take this whole neck rotation and move that down. Make sure that you got clearance. You need these two tabs here for your forefingers, your pointer fingers, and then these two sections you want your thumbs on, and we're gonna move these out and these forward. Keep these out. Okay. There. So that we're looking right at the lion's face. I think that's right. Take your head, spin it 180. You can push down the head into the neck just a bit. And then you have to get this panel here through. Should be enough room. There we go. And then the ears sit in there, and then the tail comes up. All right, now we need to see the ball peg here. So rotate until the ball peg is visible. Bring the paw up, the paws, the dog paws, straighten, and turn so that you're seeing the top. Rotate at the ankle so that we can get the paw in there. Same for this side. We need to get our eyes on that ball peg. So do what you got it. There it is. This up. Oh, that's not right, is it? It's like I don't know why it eats me up. Hold on. I can do it. I can do it. Why? Where is it? Oh, it's on this side. Okay. There it is. Whew. It's just tricky. It's a mind screw. All right, and then that goes in there. And then let's see. These come around. Make sure that you got this tucked in. And your leg that you already folded up, that comes up and sits in. Same on this side. Up and sits in. Split your wings here. They wrap around. And then these pieces come up and over. And then this flips up, that piece, and then that, we'll just get this one over at the same time. Just gotta clear it all. Up, up, and then these sit back, so swing in and swing back, and then this piece comes up and over. Whew. I'll clean it up, we'll take a look at it. And there it is, you know, it's a rectangle. I do like that the paint comes through. I wish actually that some of the other Masterpiece offerings that are actual Transformer characters had a little bit more of that. But, you know, it turns into a rectangle that has two holes in it, which is tape-esque. So I think it's fine. It's exactly what you would expect it to be. And there it is with Tiger Tracks in front of it. Final thoughts wise, we'll start with the negatives. And the negatives for me is kind of similar to the one I had with Steel Jaw, really. So it's a bit of a rehash, but like the hind quarters of the beast mode just don't seem fully realized to me. They get really close. And the only other thing that I have negative to say about this is that inverting part where you have to flip the chest inside out and flip the hood like right side in or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, incredibly impressive, brilliant, etc. But it is a little awkward. I could nitpick other things like visible ball pegs and stuff. I don't really think that has much of a place in a Masterpiece, but it is definitely a nitpick. They chromed out the yellow on the weapons for the con exclusive for Steel Jaw. I wish they would have done that with you know, a red chrome for these guys. I think that would have been cool as well. Positives wise, I think there's a lot of character in this still, and I think it's fun, and I think it's a smart and clever retool, or repaint I should say. You know, by all means, double down if you can, especially after the original's out. If there's a market for this, go ahead and get it. I don't have any issue with this whatsoever, and I think it's one of the smarter ones. And plus Transformers and Voltron, they're kind of adjacent, I feel like. And I like how some of the kind of paint accents come through in tape mode. So yeah, I think this is solid. You know, congrats to those that got it, and if you want to get it on the aftermarket, you know pretty much what to expect. Just know the deco kind of works. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.